Ben, it must be a pretty seamless transition. I know you only have a little bit of time to prepare for this game, but with the rockstar lineup that you have.
Yeah, it's been good to come into camp and have a fairly consistent group of players to what we've had over the last 2 years. We had some changes from last year, but the year before, a number of these guys played as well. So over the last 2 years, we've been able to really build a good core group of players. We've been able to bring a lot of them together for this tournament, and it's pretty exciting to be able to go out onto the field with a reasonably strong side.
Just on a few of your players, first of all, Payne Haas, an incredible NRL season. Has he exceeded your expectations, and what has he brought to this group so far?
He hasn't exceeded my expectations because I know how good he is, and he's so strong in the NRL, and he brings great strength to the representative space as well. At training, he's been full of joy. He's brought a lot of love to the boys, and they've done the same with him. So it's been really nice to have him in camp. He's been able to connect back to his culture. He's been able to connect to his heritage, and that was the main things that he wanted to be able to do. Come the back end of the week, we know that he'll be able to go out and get the job done with the boys and put his best foot forward, so we're excited about that.
What was the conversation like with him to get him to come over here?
It wasn't a conversation to get him to come over here. It was a discussion around what our camp represented and how our camp was presenting itself to the playing group and to the staff, building professionalism within our group, and explaining to him how we were doing things so that he had the choice to go with us where his heart is or where he was previously. So it was up to him. It wasn't about presenting a case, it was about presenting what we were doing really well. I've said it a number of times, we're building a combination of football, high performance, culture and faith. And he's been able to connect to that, and he's really excited to be able to be here and be part of our group.
Jarome Luai, how much has he developed since being skipper of this team, do you think?
Yeah, he's developed a lot. He's really matured over the last 12 months. He's had a different type of season to previous seasons. He's been able to lead a team and work really well with that team on a week-to-week basis, and it's quite noticeable that as he's come into camp, he's got a maturity. He's able to sort of sit down with the coach and the coaches, talk about our game and our game style and what he wants, and I really like that about him. He's just got this energy about him. I think people see that on the field, but he brings that same energy to training and to meetings. And again, it's exciting to see how he's going to go on the weekend, because around training so far, he's really led the energy and led the talk. And I look forward to that coming out on Sunday.
How are him and Blaize getting along in terms of on the field stuff?
Well, firstly, they're getting along really well, like every other player in the camp. But in terms of combinations, which I think is what you're talking about, the combinations building really nicely. It has been intentional around those two playing together last year as well. We knew Blaize was a talent. We obviously know Romy's strengths, and I think everyone across the game knows Romy's strengths. So to be able to bring them together again for what will be their third test together, it's pretty exciting. That's something that we probably haven't been able to do for the last few years, is have halves play together in the spine 3 times. Roger also joins that, so we're sort of building good cohesion leading into this game and the next game.
Just Taylan May ruled out?
Taylan May was ruled out by his club with an injury, unfortunately, and that's rugby league at the end of the day. That's what happens. We've had a few players that have been ruled out with injuries over the weeks leading into the tournament, and that's just the way it works, unfortunately. So we've been lucky enough to build depth in our squad so that if someone does get ruled out with an injury, we can bring someone else in that's ready to go, and I suppose is familiar with our camp and what we do here.
How much of an eye do you have to next year's World Cup as well? Building this team, but also looking as to what your strongest lineup may be in 12 months?
Yeah, really at this moment right now, there's no eye on the World Cup. It's all on this weekend's game and what's happening right now. As an overall picture, our staff, our board, our coaching staff have obviously talked about the long term. I think that happens in any organisation. You have short-term goals, medium-term goals and long-term goals. We've been working on that in the background for a long period of time, but for us at the moment, it's about this moment, about this game, and how we're going to go about our business at Go Media Stadium on Sunday.
Just finally from me, on a personal note, and you spend a lot of time with the Kiwis, how does your time there, how has that helped you in becoming a head coach of an international side?
It taught me a lot. It was a great opportunity for me for a long period of time. There's a lot of good people there that helped me along the way, and have really helped grow me as a coach. And particularly in the international space and working in an international football, also in a position where you're working with a team that's built on culture as well as football with the Kiwis. So that allowed me to learn a lot of lessons to then come and apply to work with Toa Samoa and put us in the best position to be where we want to be as a football team.
It's always nice coming back to Auckland.
Oh, it's always great. Yeah, it's great. I've got a lot of really good memories here in Auckland from club footy and also international footy, and we love playing at Go Media Stadium, and we're looking forward to a big crowd on Sunday. A combination of blue jerseys and black jerseys, and a real spectacle is what we're looking forward to. We know our fans will be out there, and a bit of a call out to any other fans that want to get out there too, because the bigger the crowd, the better the occasion.
Can you just speak about your experience during the welcome in Auckland and the fan day?
The fan day. So we had two experiences. We had the Porphyry in Auckland with the four teams, the two men's teams and also the two women's teams. That was a great experience to connect to culture. We sort of followed that up from our own Ava ceremony that we had when we arrived here on Monday night. So to be able to connect to the culture of both countries through formal ceremony was really, an exciting thing to do for me, but for the team to be able to connect back to our culture and also connect to the New Zealand culture and the Māori culture was really, really cool. And then to go out and get amongst the fans, for our guys pull energy from that, and being able to, go out and mix and mingle and sign autographs and take photos. We feel that's a real privilege and a responsibility from our point of view, to grow the next guys and inspire the next guys that want to come and wear the blue jersey.
What makes this group of players special?
I think that any group of players is special because this is a one-off opportunity for that group of players to be together. And I think that if you want to be in the moment and live in the moment, you've got to identify the fact that this is the only time that this particular group of players and staff will be together. So making sure that we take every moment in, and we're living every moment, and we're enjoying the opportunities that come as the week comes along. And we've spoken about that as a group. It's a privilege to be here. It's great to be in Auckland. We've got some sun out. We've had great days for training. No better place to be, hey?
Do you remember any of the messages said during the other ceremony?
Sorry?
The other ceremony? Do you remember any of the messages the boys were sharing?
In terms of what the boys said? That's in-house stuff, so I appreciate you asking the question, and I don't want to disrespect you with that answer, but, as you know, when you do an Ava ceremony, it's about what's said within that circle, so I'll just keep that amongst the players if that's okay.
And just one last message for supporters.
As I said earlier, a great opportunity on the weekend to come out and support your team. We went to the fan day, as I said the other day, and it was a brilliant turnout of blue jerseys and young Samoan fans. And when we go to the game on the weekend, we need that support. We need the cars beeping their horns. We need the music going. We need the flags flying. We need the blue jerseys on, because the more support, the better for us.
How much do you enjoy that, seeing it around Auckland when you're on your way to the game? How cool is that for you? It's
so cool. It's something that you only get with these international games, and it separates it from other games in the NRL on a week-to-week basis. And to see the fans rolling around in their cars and the flags flying. And I had a great memory of the last time we played New Zealand here at Eden Park, where we came out onto the field for the warm-up, and I'd never seen so many blue flags flying in my life. There was wind, and the flags were up, and it was just like, it was mind-boggling. It was so cool. So look forward to that again on Sunday.
And just on the Kiwis, what have you made of their lineup? And I guess, for both sides, it's going to be a pretty good spectacle with the amount of talent and some of the stars of the NRL in both lineups.
Yeah, I think that their forward pack is star-studded. I know a number of the guys in the forward pack, and I've coached a number of the guys in the forward pack, and I know that they're going to come with energy, and they're going to come with power and physicality. They've got two really strong, experienced halves who have played a lot of games together, so that combination will put them in great stead leading into the game and managing their game. And in their outside backs, they've got some great finishers, some guys with great energy and physicality coming out of the backfield. So, at the moment, we're see them as having real strength, and we're going to have to really be on our game to be able to compete against them come Sunday.